felt a lump on my left breast. And I thought, this is not supposed to be here. He told me, yes, you have invasive breast cancer. It's primary. Thankfully, you've caught it early, but we do have to do surgery. My stomach did a flip, because your first reaction, even though I'd prayed and everything like that, I'm still human, I thought I was going to die.
What was your childhood like?
I think I was spoilt. Even now, when I go to Jamaica, my dad introduces me. He goes, "This is my apple."
Oh.
I was an only girl, middle of two boys.
Yeah.
And I could give as much as I could get, that type of thing.
Yes.
But I was really, I had a fantastic childhood, actually.
Teenage crush.
It was probably Luther Vandross. Luther Vandross. It was people like Gregory Isaac.
Listen, I'm not going to lie, they were very smooth men. Role models.
Diane Abbott. I used to have the Diane Abbott hairstyle. The Diane Abbott braids.
Oh,
and I used to do this middle parting, and I do my
committed.
Diane Abbott. This was in New York where I found out about hair extensions.
I feel like it was because the look on your face is pure joy.
It is. I'm going to get hair extensions.
Look, whoever's taking the photo is like, she's excited.
And this was the beads. So that was
you
here I was about.
So happy.
Yeah. I was always
with your
having
beads. I love them.
Beads.
You look famous. I feel like I can hear this photo.
After I got married and everything, I went back to kind of natural.
Yeah.
And my ex-husband started growing locks.
Oh.
And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go locks.
I'll do it too.
From my mid-20s,
I
had locks.
Oh, I love
this is
them.
when I had it, when I was having my children. And
they look so good with the ombre.
And I bleached the end.
Oh, I love it.
They were lovely.
They're amazing.
Yeah.
Talk to me about, from diagnosis to now, like the key moments in your journey.
It was around Christmas time, 2018. I was having a shower. It was kind of New Year, that holiday time.
I do, the holiday period.
Yes.
Yeah.
So everyone was at home, I was having a shower, and I felt a lump on my left breast. And it was quite big. It was like a little bit bigger than a grape. And I thought, this is not supposed to be here. I just knew it wasn't, because I always check my breasts regularly, and I just knew it wasn't supposed to be there. So come New Year, places opened up. I made an appointment with the doctor, went to my GP. She said the same thing. Oh, no, that's not supposed to be there. So within a week, I was at the breast clinic at the hospital.
Yeah.
Saw the consultant. He said that, it might just be benign, but let's have a good look.
Okay.
So I went in, same day.
Yeah.
Went in, had a mammogram. And it was when I was having the mammogram that I could see things kind of escalating a little bit.
In what way? See on the scan or in the faces of
the faces of the people. But she called someone else in, and then I had to wait in a little room. They called somebody else, a doctor.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Another one.
Okay. And they said, we need to do a biopsy.
Okay.
They did a biopsy on the lump, but then when they asked me to raise my left arm, they did a biopsy under my arm, and then I realised, this is another level of something. I went back after a week.
Yeah,
so I went back.
All of those tests?
Yeah.
You go home?
Went home.
And then they asked you to come back in?
Then when I went back, I did go with my friend, and it was a consultant, and I noticed that there was a Macmillan nurse sitting in the room as well. So I knew then. And he told me, yes, you have invasive breast cancer. It's primary. Thankfully, you've caught it early, but we do have to do surgery.
Invasive?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Invasive means that it could spread. I was told there and then that I needed surgery, and I wouldn't have to have chemotherapy.
Oh, really? Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's another story. I'll tell you about that.
Okay.
Because you may be told, one thing I've learned about the cancer journey,
right,
is you may be told something at diagnosis, prognosis and all of that. But as when they open you up,
it could be different.
It can be very different. The diagnosis was in the February.
Yeah.
Within 3 weeks, in the March, I had my first surgery.
That's kind of what you want.
Yeah, very quick. What I was told a little bit later, which is why I had to have chemotherapy later, was that the cancer or the lump in the lymph node was bigger than the lump in my breast. So the other thing that I was told after they took everything out was that the cancer cells had spread, so they couldn't clear the margin. So I had another surgery, that's the second, still couldn't clear the margin. Had another surgery, third. I was very kind of practical about it. I just
like if it has to be done.
Yeah, whatever needs to be done, that's okay, fine.
So 3 surgeries.
I had 3 surgeries.
What now?
Then after the third, they still couldn't clear it.
Stop, really?
Yeah. I had my best friend. She was with me throughout, just literally in the chemo ward.
Yeah.
And she just sit with me.
So after the chemotherapy, talk to me about what came, like what the next steps were.
Yeah, so after the chemotherapy, it was radiotherapy. So that was intensive, like I think it was 2 weeks every day, targeted radiotherapy, and my skin didn't heal very well either. I'm on medication. My bones aren't great. I'm losing my teeth. I'm just I'm a different person.
When you got that diagnosis and you were with your friend, talk to me about that experience. Like, how did it make you feel?
When I was told, the doctor said, I'm sorry, you do have cancer, you do have breast cancer. That very moment, it's almost like the whole room's still, quiet, and it's not you, you're looking at yourself. And my stomach did a flip, because your first reaction, even though I'd prayed and everything like that, I'm still human, I thought I was going to die.
If you were being really honest with yourself, what was your biggest fear in that moment?
Leaving my children, because they were still young.
When it came to your hair and the cancer, what was that journey like?
So this is the day that actually this is October 2019.
Interesting.
I noticed that my locks were starting to fall out. So I said to my son... Was it
just locks coming out?
Yeah. As I was... And it's funny, they don't just fall out. When I was like doing like washing it or something, they would just feel like loose, and I'd pull it and it was just like, whoop, just fall out. So they're all falling out. And I said to my son, Solomon, can you just shave off my head? And
just why not?
So he shaved it off. So this is now me rocking my bald head.
It's a good job. You're beautiful, isn't it? Eh?
It is.
It is. You're lucky.
I've got a nice peanut head.
Yes, you've got perfect head.
Peanut head.
Talk to me about what resource was available.
During that time, I would be ringing Macmillan all the time.
Yeah.
All their different helplines. I would ring the benefits line to find out, because I was taking so much time off work.
Yeah.
Macmillan really helped me. I always say, whenever I speak about Macmillan, that they were the thread throughout my whole cancer journey, even now, that just helped me every step of the way, because they have helplines where you can just ring up the nurses and ask for help. I had a nurse, Hayley, who was like just with me along the journey. I got in touch with the benefits line, and they told me what benefits I was entitled to.
That's incredible. You don't really think about the level of support you will need.
There was so much support. There was a day when I was actually feeling sorry for myself.
Why?
Because I didn't know how to put makeup on, and I'd gone into Boots for something, and then I saw a sign, and it had a Macmillan, but it was in the beauty part.
Yeah.
And it said beauty makeup something, like a Macmillan, and I was like, what's this? And this lady came up to me and she said, we have a partnership with Macmillan where we teach women who are going through cancer chemo how to put makeup on. I was like, can I make an appointment? It's such a simple thing,
but it makes a huge difference.
And these are the resources that
what about wigs? Did you ever do wigs?
Yes. When I went to this wig shop, this is a wig shop that was established in the 1600s.
That worries me, actually.
Me too.
That worries me. That's not even a plug. It's like in my head, I'm like, I know the wigs you've got. I know the wigs you've got, and I don't want them.
So I spent the day there just trying on these wigs, and I'd never seen my hair straight in these straight wigs and everything. Then they took out an afro wig. I thought the only afro wig. So tried that.
How was that?
It was nice. And I said, if you have this in black.
What colour was it?
Grey. So if
What advice would you give to a black woman that's watching this, that's living with cancer?
I would tell her, take your time. Take each day as it comes. Don't look too far ahead.
Yeah.
Enjoy, embrace what's happening to you in a way. It's a weird thing to say, but your body is changing, your hair is changing, your face is changing. Chemotherapy makes you have a moon face and things like that. All sorts of things, but don't worry. Just take each step at a time. Don't put stuff in your hair. That's the other thing I would say. Please don't put anything in your hair. Leave it. Let it breathe. Let the scalp breathe. Look after yourself. Love yourself. And it's okay to cry. It's okay to not have a good day. Don't worry.
Honestly, I will take that advice myself. Who would you say has been your biggest support on this journey?
I would say definitely my children, you know, and I didn't want to put too much on them, but they have, in their own little ways, just been amazing. I have a really good friend who has been he's been wonderful and supportive, and my best friend Barbara. When I knew I had to go for chemotherapy, I didn't want to ask my children to come with me. I didn't want them there.
Yeah, to experience that. No, it's hard. That is hard.
So I asked Barbara if she could, and she was with me every other week when I used to go. She used to sit with me. And,
that's committed.
Yeah, she'd drive me there. We'd just sit and chat. This is Barbara.
Hello, Barbara. Come sit. Come join us. I've heard such wonderful things about you.
Oh, that's what you heard.
How has it been, honestly?
How's the journey?
How's the journey been for you? Because it's a journey for both of you. Let's be honest. Yeah. It's both of you.
Yeah. It was an experience, actually. An experience that I shared with my sister, but it wasn't an easy journey at all. Just sort of like going through the motions, going through the process of actually watching her go through her chemotherapy. It was kind of hard to watch sometimes, and at some point you knew that you had to be strong because she was actually going through a very difficult time, and you almost having to sort of hold her hand and go through it.
So B, I just want to say you really were my rock. You still are my rock. You're my big sister. And you're my best friend, and I'm so grateful. Although squeezing the hand, and like you were saying, you know, just sitting there and being there really helped me through it. You know, and you're so kind as well, and gentle. You're a good friend. Yeah. We used to go for our walks, and you encouraged me. Yeah. So thank you.
Thank you so much for this. This has been amazing, and the reason it's been amazing is because I feel like there is a perception that we have, but then when you actually speak to somebody who has been through it and been through it in a different way than I've experienced with my family members, everyone's experience is different. It opens up your mind to really understand.
Thank you so much. Oh, it's lovely. Thank you.